When I heard that Jessica was going to be the Alumni of the Year this year, I was not surprised at all. I was very happy and proud for her.
She's always been very courageous as a little girl and even as an adult. She was a jokester. She liked to make people laugh. So when she was diagnosed with systemic juvenile rheumatoid arthritis at 15 months old, she kept her personality. She didn't let it get her down. Even though she had a lot of pain, she handled her disability with grace. She knew what she had to do. She kept on going with a smile.
It was an extremely bad case. They said they'd never really seen one like that for a very long time. So when I was about 7, I started in a wheelchair. I was walking before that, but it was painful. When I was in high school, I had all major joints replaced, both hips, both shoulders, and both knees. At Bob Jones University, I majored in pre-med at the very beginning, and I remember telling my rheumatologist that I was going to be a doctor and I was going to go to medical school. And he looked at me and he said, "You can't do that. You're not going to make it." And I am a very stubborn person, so that really just made me say, I'm going to be a doctor. Watch me go. But my arthritis came back my junior year of college, and at that time I said, okay, I understand I should not be a doctor, I should not be a physician assistant, but what should I be?
We announced at a chapel service that in the fall of 2018 we would be starting the School of Health Professions. And we introduced Jessica as that dean, and I'll never forget the response at chapel. There was an instant, positive, enthusiastic response, not just for the school, but for Jessica as the leader of that new school.
Jessica took the school in its infancy, and she had to bring faculty together and students from multiple areas on campus. She had 3 different divisions who were housed within other colleges or schools, and faculty who didn't even know each other.
So we needed a leader like Jessica who could bring together faculty and get them to collaborate and get them organized.
She has just really enabled the growth of this school, not just in terms of enrollment, but in terms of activities and learning opportunities, partnerships in the community, new programs. Really, it doesn't stop. We've just grown and grown under her guidance.
The School of Health Professions is important to BJU because we've had a strong history of putting out Christian leaders in all of these different health professions. And with the demand of healthcare in our nation and even globally today, we see it as a great opportunity to further the mission of BJU. These are individuals who meet people in one of the greatest times of crisis or need in their lives. So having a believer do that and being well prepared is so important, and that's why the School of Health Professions is critical to the mission of BJU.
She is a hard worker. Her life has given her a resilience to see direction where we need to go, to know that we need to figure out how to get there together, and to work hard to get there. She will work right alongside us to accomplish the mission of the school, to get students what they need, to get faculty what they need, to get the division chairs what they need. She is so much fun to talk to. There's so much laughter in meetings with Jessica. And even when we're working through a challenge, she can find humor in it and use that to lighten the mood and channel some energy. Just a great person to work with.
She has had so many obstacles in her way throughout her life, but she has continued to shine. And she amazed her dad and I just wish she were alive to see it because he would be so proud of her. She's such a strong young lady, and she continues to go for her goal, whatever that goal may be. And I'm just as proud as I can be of her.
Jessica is a gift to BJU, a gift from God to BJU in her leadership and her desire to serve and her desire to build a strong faculty and make sure students get what they desire to get at a Christian university. And I don't consider Jessica simply to be the dean of the School of Health Professions. She is the founding dean of that school, which is very, very significant.
I cannot think of another individual on this campus who came here to Bob Jones as an undergrad and went out into the world and started doing other things. And then Jessica's chosen to come back, and she's chosen to invest heavily in the generations of students that are coming after her. I honestly cannot name another individual that I know who is more committed to Bob Jones continuing as it is and then growing into what it can be in the future.